Hello everyone, welcome back. I have had a few requests from students to do a stretching class. So this one is dedicated to stretching. We do a short warm-up and mobilization before we get into the stretches. My husband is doing this practice with me this morning, so you may see him every once in a while. I hope you enjoy the practice. Let's get started. Come onto your mat. Set your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Taking a deep breath in, curl your spine, lifting the chin, and as you breathe out, tuck the chin and round your back as much as possible. Breathing in, curling, breathing out and rounding. Once more, mobilizing the spine and the neck. Good. Come back to a flat back and turn your head to the right to look over your right shoulder. It's a little stretch of the neck and the side body. Then turn your head to the left, look over the left shoulder. Coming back to center. Walk your knees back about 20 centimeters, hands nicely pressing down into the mat. Tuck your toes and rise to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet right and left, letting the hips move. Let your back move and your shoulders move. Then gently straighten the legs. Taking a deep breath in, move into a plank position. Breathing out, move back to downward facing dog. Breathing in into plank. Keep the belly strong. Breathe out to down dog. One more time. This not only mobilizes the shoulders, but it also engages the core muscles, getting us ready for some stretches. Come back to a plank position. Lower your knees and gently lower your chest down to the floor. Point your toes and lengthen your legs out behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in, rise up to a cobra, pressing into the hands. Come back down. Now an unsupported cobra. Hands lift off the floor, lift the head and chest, and back down. And again, supported cobra, push into the hands to rise. Breathing out, come back down, and then unsupported, breathe in, rise up without the hands, and then back down. One more time. Please don't move into any pain. You still want this to be comfortable, but feeling a little bit of effort. Hands back down on the floor. Now lift both legs, especially kneecaps, off the floor. Bring the feet together, separate the feet, and then bring the feet back down. Let's do it again. Lift the legs, touch the feet together, separate the feet, and lower the legs. One more time. Breathing in as you lift, breathe out, touch the feet. Breathe in, separate, and breathe out, lower the legs down. Push up onto the knees. Press your knees back, and let the hips come forward a little bit, and then press back again. This is warming up the knees. And press back one more time. Back up onto the knees, tucking the toes, and rise to your downward facing dog pose. Pedal the feet again if you wish. Bring your right knee down to the floor underneath the right hip. Open your left arm up to the sky. Breathe out, bring the left hand back down. Breathe in, raise the left arm up. Breathing out, bring the hand back down. Breathing in, raise it back up. Breathing out, bring the hand back down. Tuck the back toes under, raise your right leg, bend the knee, open the hip. Take deep, slow breaths here. Straighten the leg and bring the foot back down. Pedal your feet. Now let's bring the left knee to the floor. Underneath the left hip, raise your right arm. Deep breath in, breathe out, bring the hand back down. Breathing in, raise the arm, stretch. Breathing out, back down. Once more, breathing in. Look to the hand if you wish and bring the hand back down. Tuck the back toes under, raise your left leg up, three-legged down dog, bend the knee and open the hip. Stay with the breath. Straightening your leg, bring the foot back down. And again, pedaling the feet. Raise your right leg and swing the foot between the hands. Come up onto your fingertips or use a block if you wish. Breathe out, straighten the leg. Breathe in, bend the knee into lunge. Breathing out, straighten the leg. Breathing into lunge. Keep going with this a few more times. Setting your hands down, raise the leg behind you in a plank position. Hold, engaging the abdominals, strong shoulders. Bring the foot back down. Lower your knees down to the earth and lower your chest down. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs. Here we're going to take the hands off the mat, fingertips on the floor. Take a deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, come down. So this is lizard pose. Breathing in, rise. Breathing out. Good. A few more times. And reset your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, and push back to downward facing dog. Pedal the feet a little bit. Left leg now between the hands. Come up either onto your fingertips or take a block. Breathing out, stretch the front leg straight. Breathing in, bend the front knee. Good. Keep going with the movement. We're mobilizing the joints, warming up the muscles, getting ready for some more deep stretches. Setting your hands down, raise the leg behind you in plank. Hold it here, belly in, shoulders strong. Lower the foot down, lower the knees to the earth, and lower your chest all the way to the floor. Pointing the toes, lengthen the legs. Lift both legs up and then back down. Squeeze the glutes tight as you lift the legs. Keep your shoulders back. You can keep your forehead on the floor, or you could lift your head if you prefer. Breathe in as you lift, breathe out as you lower. Once more. Now push back up into downward facing dog. Step your feet wide and step them forward perhaps a little bit, or walk your hands back. Take your left arm and grab your right ankle, crossing it under the body. Hold this stretch. Deep breathing. Bring the left hand back down. Let's take our right hand and grab the left ankle, twisting down dog. And reset the hand back down. Bring your right knee down, left knee down. Take your right hand far forward and stretch your left arm underneath the chest, turning the head, getting into the kneeling twist, which can also be called thread the needle. Then raise your right arm up and swing it around the low back. If this is painful for the shoulder, of course, keep the right arm stretched out in front of you, or relax by your side. Unwind the right arm, bring it back, coming back up on your hands and knees. Stretch the left arm out in front of you. Right arm goes underneath the chest and body, and twist, looking underneath your left arm. If you wish, raise the left arm up and wrap it around your low back, grabbing the right thigh. Deep, slow breaths here. Unwinding, reset your hands on the floor, stepping your knees forward just a bit to come into Vajrasana, seated on your heels. Raise your right arm, draw it back, bring it up and over the head towards the upper back. Left arm draws back, turn it and reach for the right hand. Gomukhasana. Take a deep breath in, lifting the chin and chest. And breathe out. Gently fold forward over the thighs. Continue your breath. And rise back up. Releasing the hands, fingertips on the floor. Roll your shoulders to release. Raise your left arm out in front of you. Bring it up and over the head towards the upper back. Right hand comes back and underneath. Grab the left hand. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Lean forward over your thighs, folding forward. Breathing in, rise back up. And again, releasing the hands. Bring the fingertips to the floor. And swing your legs around. Come into a seated position. Right leg crossed over the left. Now you don't have to completely cross the legs if you don't want to. You could set the foot in front of the knee or in front of the tibia if you prefer, or completely crossed over the thigh. Grab the right knee with the left arm rises, twist and open to the right. Lift the chest, turn your head. Go as far as is comfortable without feeling any pain, please. Releasing, unwind. Now you're going to take your right foot and bring it towards the front of the mat and slide your left knee back so you get into a lunge position. Hands on the front thigh, lift the chest, drop the shoulders. Raising the left arm, stretch skyward with the arm, and maybe get a little back bend in there. Bring your right hand towards the floor and lean towards your right, staying in this lunge position. Release the position, setting your hands down. Scoot your knee forward and come back to the seated position. Now let's set the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Lift the chin. Let your knees open to the sides. And very, very gently, you could set your hands behind you, press your chest forward, or grab around your toes and pull to lean forward. It's not important to get your chest towards your feet. What is important is to keep the spine tall. Release this and cross your left leg over your right. You could also have it in front of the tibia. Grab the left leg with your right arm and bring your left hand behind you, getting into a spinal twist. Always take deep breaths in these stretches. Look for the stretch, but never go beyond your limit. Bring the left foot pointed to the front edge of the mat and slide your right knee back until you're in a lunge position. Left hand and right hand on the front thigh. Allow your hips to sink and raise the right arm up. Take a little back bend if possible. And then lower your left hand towards the floor, leaning over to the left hand side. Coming back, reset your hands, scoot that right knee forward and come back to the seated position. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. And again, let's do this butterfly stretch. Hands behind you, or you could wrap your hands around your feet and gently lean forward. Look for a long spine, long neck. Deep breaths. Sitting back up straight, stretch out your left leg. Right knee comes to the inner thigh of the left leg. You could have your foot flexed or pointed, as you prefer. If you flex your foot, you're going to get more of a stretch into the calf. Bring your left arm to the outside of the left thigh or the inside. Choose which is best to help you support the stretch and support the back. Bring your right arm over your head and reach towards your toes. There's a side stretch involved here, as well as a stretch of the back of the thigh. Rise back up, set your right hand behind you, swing your left arm around, raise the hips up, pressing the hips forward, and the chest moves back into a little back bend. Releasing this, bring the leg and hip back down, and we switch thighs. So bring your left foot into the inner right thigh. Your right leg is straight. You could have the foot flexed or pointed, whichever you prefer. You could have your right hand to the outside or to the inside of the leg and get that side stretch as well as the back of the leg. Deep, slow breaths. Bring the left hand down behind you, swing the right arm around in a half circle and lift the hips up. Get into a little back bend. Press down into the floor with the left hand and the left knee. Swinging back around. Stretch both legs out to the sides. Either toes can be pointed or the feet can be flexed. Hands behind you, lift the chest and begin leaning forward. You could also do it with bent knees or straight legs. Remember, the goal here is not to go as far as everybody else goes. The goal here is to go as far as you feel the stretch, where you feel right and good in the position. Walk your hands back, lift the chest back up, bend your knees, and let's swing our legs around to be able to lie down on our backs. Pull the belly in as you roll down, hands behind the thighs. Lift the knees gently to the chest, wrapping your arms around the knees. Rock from side to side. Set the feet down onto the floor. Getting into a bridge position, lift your hips up. So we get a nice little stretch of the fronts of the hips here, and a nice little release. After the forward bends, it's important to do the counter posture, opening up the fronts of the hips. Raise your arms over your head and gently lower the back one vertebra at a time. Once the hips are down, take a few deep breaths and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Lift up both legs and pull the knees towards the shoulders. You could have your hands behind your thigh or around the tibia. From here, I like to stretch the left leg, flexing the foot so that I can get the hamstring and the calf. If you can grab your toes, do that and pull the toes towards the face. Rebend the left knee, keeping the legs crossed here. We're going to do an open twist. Allow the knees to fall to your right, so your right thigh goes to the floor, and the right foot is pressing on the left knee, letting it go down to the floor. Left arm stretched out to the side, shoulders down. This helps to stretch the iliotibial band, as well as the TFL. Uncross the legs, raise the left knee, right knee follows. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh now. Lift both knees up, pull the knees in towards the shoulders. You could grab behind the thigh or around the tibia. And this is where I like to stretch the legs straight, grab behind the calf, or grab the toes and pull them towards you to get that stretch of the calf muscles. Rebend the right knee, keep the legs crossed. Allow your knees to fall to your left. Right arm stretches out to the side. Let the left foot push down on the right knee to get the iliotibial band and the TFL. Uncrossing the legs, raise one knee at a time. Separate the knees, separate the feet, clasp your hands together, interlacing your fingers, bring them behind your head. Now bring your elbows together in front of the face and lift the head, chin comes towards the chest. Really nice stretch of the neck. Please be careful if you have any pain, stop immediately this position. Let your head rock to the right to look to the right heel. The stretch goes down now the left-hand side of the neck. And coming back to center, then we rock a little bit to the left, looking at the left heel. The stretch goes down the right-hand side of the neck. And coming back to center, gently open your elbows and lower the head back down to the floor. Stretching your arms by your sides, turn your head from right to left to relax the neck. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to open the chest and stretch one leg at a time out onto the floor. Move yourself around a bit just to make sure that you're comfortable, feet apart. Allow the toes to roll out to the sides. And begin taking deep, slow breaths. Relax completely your feet and your legs. Relax your hands and your arms. Let go of any tension in the hips and shoulders. Swallow once to relax the throat. Unhinge your jaw. Move it around a bit to be sure it's relaxed. And soften the muscles of the face. Relax the upper back, middle back, and lower back. Relax all of your internal organs. Feel your breath moving in and out of the body with ease, no effort. And bring your attention to the region of your heart. Imagine with each beat, there's a pulsation of relaxing energy moving out to every part of the body. Each beat brings strength and a force of calm. Give yourself a few more moments to let go.